I couldn't get into college. I tried. I had a 17 ACT score.
I also had a 17 ACT score.
Let's go.
Same score,
Let's go. Do I like it? I don't like the physical labor aspect of it. People to realize, like, anytime you own a company, service company or not, like, the number one thing is you want to constantly be in people's faces.
Yeah.
Like, you want to be annoying. People are always so worried about, I don't want to annoy people. I want to fucking annoy the shit out of people, because we need to be in people's face 24/7, because that's what it's going to take for us to really break into it.
Hey everyone, welcome to my second episode of SMB in the Trenches. Today we have Logan Haskett, the owner of Summit Heating and Air in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Thank you for coming on, Logan.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, man.
Happy birthday too. It's his
Thanks,
birthday.
brother.
I got him on the podcast on his birthday. But how'd you get into the heating and cooling industry? Do you actually like doing it? But how'd you get in it first?
Yeah, so without getting like too deep into my background story, it was essentially basically, in my opinion, like one of the only routes that I really had access to. I had terrible grades in high school, was handcuffed and brought into a boys' home when I was 17. I got out when I was 18, the day I turned 18. So I just I couldn't get into college. I tried. I had a 17 ACT score. So college wasn't an option for me.
I also had a 17 ACT score.
Let's go.
Same score,
let's go. Let's go. Yeah. So, I mean, literally, dude, it was just like, what's the highest paying trade? Started to ask around about that, learned about HVAC. And I grew up in Kansas City, but my dad lived in Tulsa my whole life. And the number one rated HVAC school is like 45 minutes outside of Tulsa. So I moved to Tulsa with my dad. And then, dude, my grades and ACT score were so bad I had to test into HVAC school, which is like, which is hilarious. Like, literally. So did that, and then that's literally how I got into it. Do I like it? I don't like the physical labor aspect of it.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't been in the field in 6 years. But
you can still get your hands dirty, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. If I absolutely had to, yeah. Definitely.
I feel like that's all that matters, because, like, as you know, as I know, a lot of these guys buy the HVAC companies, especially the ones that are like $1 million a year, which is kind of baby for HVAC companies, and have no idea how to even like fix an AC or anything like that. So it's good that, you know, like, your employees can't hold you hostage. Yeah. And you tell your employees that, like, you can't hold me hostage because I can do the same thing as you, if not better, if it comes to that.
If it ever did, I probably would, but we hire so well from a culture aspect, I don't think it would ever come down to that. Nice. And I think they know that. Like, they're, you know. Yeah.
No, I feel like that's important, because, like, I deal with a lot of guys who buy these businesses and they just have no freaking idea. And like,
or the guys that buy the freaking, or start a business, even starting a business and relying on one contractor to hold the license. Like, you're so fucked. Like, you piss him off one day and he's stealing all your clients and you're done.
Yeah. No, I have a client who bought an electrical business in St. Louis, and 2 months in, everyone quit.
Yeah. It's brutal.
Nice. But awesome. Perfect. And would you do it again? Like, would you buy one of these businesses again? And what has been the biggest unlock for you going from, like, working in one of these businesses to now owning one?
Yeah. So just so everyone's aware, I didn't actually buy this company. We bootstrapped it. We started it. I would totally do it again. But like you said, honestly, I think it really is important for you to have at least a bit of a background in it. I'm not saying you got to be a technician for 10 years, but it's definitely helpful that, one, even just if someone calls me and they have questions about HVAC, like, at least I know what I'm talking about. Like a personal friend or something that calls and wants to be sold a system, at least I know what I'm talking about.
What's your best form of marketing right now? Like, how do you plan to grow this business, and what's like your current revenue at for 2025?
So 2025, we did just over $1 million. Our best form of marketing right now, honestly, is B2B, like word of mouth. And then in a close second would be SEO, because we're really breaking into retail for 2026. But, you know, our bread and butter has been B2B. And by that, I mean we do a lot of single family residents, but we do a lot of like property management companies, home flippers, home builders, that kind of thing. And the reason we do that is because I have such a strong background in real estate, because I own a pretty big real estate portfolio myself. And so I'm very well known in the real estate community in Tulsa. So that was like a big kickstart to our business. And then this year in 2025, we brought on the biggest property management company in Oklahoma, and they own 3,000 units just in Tulsa alone. So I think this year they paid us like $350K in revenue, which is
to
wild.
get in front of those people, like, are you handshaking, or like they just know? Oh yeah. Like, how'd you get in front of like that contract, for example?
Yeah. So that contract, funny enough, it was actually about a real estate fund that me and one of the owners met about, and that's literally how it started. And so it's literally, yeah, for me, it's about getting in front of people on a weekly basis, like high level decision makers. Yep. And that's literally my role in the company now. Like that's all I do. I talk to high level.
That's probably the best role. I mean,
for sure.
That's my role with my company, and like,
yeah,
dude, it's the best just connecting with other business owners than like being in the trenches.
Exactly. Yeah.
What would you say for someone that, like, let's say they were in Oklahoma City and they wanted to get into the B2B route over the B2C, like, what would you tell them to do first?
I would say get on your Facebook account, go through all your friends list, see who owns, big property management companies, who's posting a lot about real estate, who's building houses, get into real estate investment groups on Facebook, try to meet up with those people. Don't do the "I'll buy you a coffee" bullshit. Just ask them to hang out. And then
that's similar to me. That's how I got my first like 10 customers in Stryker Digital. Literally, it was just like in these local Facebook groups, like Plumbers USA or whatever, just being like, hey, do you have a website? Why don't you have a website? Would sell them a website, and then SEO on the back end. Facebook's a gold mine. Even like when I owned the dumpster rental business, I would find every single roofer that would post in a Facebook group, and I would just DM him, who do you get your dumpsters from? I can do cheaper. And got a ton of business that way.
Dude, exactly. And like, on iPhones, you can set up keyboard shortcuts, right?
Yep.
So anytime I see someone posting in a real estate investment group in Tulsa, like looking for an HVAC guy, just SSS, like, and then it lays out all the information for Summit, like phone number, website, Google page, blah, and then just post it. And my goal is not necessarily like, I'm not thinking in my head like, oh, I'm going to get that customer. I want, when anybody searches for an HVAC guy on those investment groups, Summit's always in the comments. Always. It's free advertising.
You can do the same thing with Reddit too.
Especially I know, and Reddit's a gold mine too. We need to get into that.
Especially for ChatGPT, like Parasite SEO now, like all LLM SEO, a lot of it pulls from Reddit, and then Facebook this year is another big one. So definitely get into the Reddit side of things. I can recommend a tool called Cinder that'll actually shoot you a message every single time that someone mentions HVAC, and you can comment right away.
Wow.
And
that's incredible.
Yeah. I'll send that to you after this. But like, if you want to get even crazier with Facebook groups, you can create fake accounts. Dude. I don't know if you've done this before. I
was literally thinking
we need to 5 times.
Yeah. No, I was literally thinking we need to hire just a VA for that role specifically, like Reddit, Facebook, anything, Nextdoor, whatever.
Yeah, and you can zap everything right to your Slack channel with the VA, make like 5 accounts, and you're cooking.
Yeah, that's genius.
Some of the best form of, like, I'll call it guerrilla marketing, these days. Like, that's some guerrilla marketing in like the modern technology age.
Well, dude, and I think it's important for people to realize, like, anytime you own a company, service company or not, like, the number one thing is you want to constantly be in people's faces.
Yeah.
Like, you want to be annoying. People are always so worried about, I don't want to annoy people. I want to fucking annoy the shit out of people.
Yeah, because in marketing, it's the rule of 3 is what it's called. If someone sees you 3 times, they're more than likely to convert. So if they see you on Facebook, they see you on Nextdoor, and then they search your name up on Google and see you again, they have like a 70% chance of converting over the person they see one time.
Yeah, so, like, see, that's insane.
Omni-channel marketing, you got to be everywhere. And then it eventually leads to word of mouth marketing, which is the best form of marketing. Like you said earlier, it's like,
for sure,
you can't think about that one lead you get from SEO, that one lead from Facebook. You got to think about what that one lead brought you 3 different leads from people telling their friends and family.
Exactly.
And that's where like most SMBs screw up marketing. They don't understand that shit. And were you in real estate before you got into HVAC? Like, not HVAC trades, but like When did you get into real estate compared to starting the HVAC company? And what made you get into it?
Yeah, so I actually, funny story, I got into real estate to get out of HVAC, to get out of like being a technician.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
That's
I
fun.
started my real estate company. I actually quit my job after my first deal, which is fucking stupid, because it was like for $2,500.
Yeah, it's stupid, but it probably lit a flame up like
Oh
up
yeah,
your ass to like actually just make more money.
exactly. And then I actually didn't even, the HVAC company didn't get, like, wasn't even a thought until probably 3 years into my, 3 years into my real estate or my entrepreneurship career, I guess. I actually had a buddy that I went to school with, to HVAC school with, and he moved back to Tulsa, and we started hanging out, and he's my partner today. So we ended up starting a business, because I got tired of hearing how well his company was doing that he was working for. And I was like, well, fuck, let's just start one. Because at that point, I was buying 20 houses a year, and installing a good amount of new HVAC systems. So vertical integration made sense, and I have the background in it. So
Yeah. Now you're like the second guy. I know a big wholesaler up in like Fort Wayne, Indiana.
yeah,
And he's the same way. Literally did the same thing. Like he was flipping so many homes and wholesaling so many houses. He's like, I can start an HVAC company, and he's been doing it for like 2 years now. So
that's what's
pretty
up.
cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. And like, what's your biggest struggle right now with growing this company?
Our biggest struggle for sure is like breaking into retail. Like, I want Tulsa to know what our name is. I want us to be a household name. And here we have a couple giants. I mean, even like your SEO team has pointed out, like we have a lot of competition here. Just it is what it is. When we have some big boys here. And so for us to break into retail, that's where we're really stepping up our marketing game this year. And like you said, and I'm going to start doing what you recommended, because we need to be in people's face 24/7, because that's what it's going to take for us to really break into it.
And have you fooled around with like mailers or anything?
Yeah, we have. Yeah. And
Nice.
right now we're doing a marketing campaign for free air quality tests.
Nice.
And so we're doing Facebook for that, and then we're hanging a bunch of door hangers. So
Nice.
with a
Something you
QR
said to
code.
me when we first met, it was a while ago. It's like every single AC you guys touch or heaters you guys touch, like you put a sticker right there.
Yep.
And I feel like that's something that's not talked about enough, especially on like, I know we hang out on Twitter all the time in the SMB space. Like that is not talked about enough. I know at my parents' house, like in their garage, they have like the sticker right next to the garage to turn it on. And I feel like that is so important for any business to do with like, it's not a recurring service, but that AC is going to have issues, the heater's going to have issues down the line. Like,
Yep.
you told me that many months ago, and I was like, that's brilliant. Like, everyone should be doing that.
Dude, you know what we're doing now? This is even better. So we just ordered 500 custom nameplates for thermostats.
Wow.
So it has our information on it, because when their AC goes out, the first thing they go look at is the thermostat, because they don't know any better. And so then our information is right there. So anytime we're in a house, we'll actually offer them a free thermostat now, because as of a couple months ago, we're a PSO contractor, which is our electric company in Tulsa. Yep. So we can get a rebate for a thermostat. So we can make, I think it's like $60 to literally give someone a free thermostat.
Brilliant.
So, and if I make $60 to put my fucking name on the thermostat, I'll do it every time.
Yeah.
We don't need to make a killing on it. Like,
you can go further with that, and you can run Facebook ads targeted in Tulsa just about you're giving free thermostats out, pretty much.
yeah, we could, for sure.
You could easily do that, and even if you break even on the ad or lose money on the ad, you're going to make money by July at least.
Yeah. That's a good idea. That's a good point.
No, you should definitely do that. And you just like $1,000 a month, small campaign, run like 4 different ad creatives.
Yeah.
Just like, we will install a free thermostat for you, like stuff like that. I feel like that could definitely help you in the summer. If you spend $4,000 on that for 4 months,
that's a really good point.
4 or 5 ACs to rip, dude. At least,
Well, shit, it takes one replacement to make our money back.
Exactly. So yeah, it's a no-brainer. You should definitely look into that. I can see that being for anyone listening to this, I can see that being a huge value add.
Well, and it's just like, I don't know how many people out there are Hermosi fans, but I fucking am, and I don't give a shit if you call him a grifter or what. The dude made 100.
We're going to Hermosi this month. We're going to
Let's fucking go. Yeah. I mean, the guy made 150 million on a book launch, which is incredible, and probably literally the greatest marketer we've ever seen.
Yeah.
But that's literally the things that me and you are talking about. We're following his framework. Give an offer so good that they cannot say no to.
Yeah.
Like like us
are doing that.
exactly, and none of our competitors are focusing on air quality, which is why that's what I'm trying it out. It may not even work, but I'm trying it out because people ever since COVID are scared of fucking molds, pollutants, and mold's a big thing on the internet now. And if we have a fucking air monitor thing that we slap on a counter,
yeah,
and the person can look at it and be like, "Oh my god, my air is fucked," and we're like, "Yeah," and we have UV bulbs that kill 99% of the bacteria, that through the air that enters your home, and people that care about having a family that's healthy and all this stuff. So,
do you guys do any air duct cleaning?
We do. We sub it out to a different company.
And it actually works. Because I always hear dude, every AC guy tells me hit or miss. Like air duct
it's hit or miss. I mean, it really can just push around dirt.
Yeah.
Really what works, which is a lot more expensive, is air coating.
Yeah.
Or air duct coating.
Yep.
But then you have a whole nother conversation of is the shit that they're coating it with, is that good for you? Probably not.
Yeah. That shit's scary. I mean, I live in Florida, dude. Mold's a big issue, and
oh yeah,
when we first moved down here, we thought we had mold in the place, and my wife's a germaphobe. It was a whole fucking situation. It was a whole fucking shit show. But yeah,
no, dude, we basically have the same humidity as Florida, a little less, obviously, but mold's a big thing here too.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And where do you see this company in the next 5 to 10 years? Do you see yourself growing it into a HVAC, electrical, plumbing? All the big dogs I know I work with, they start in HVAC and then they start in electrical, they start a plumbing branch, and they build out a whole entire framework and funnel around HVAC.
Yeah. No, I would love to. The thing that concerns me the most about it is what we talked about at the beginning. I don't have a plumbing contractor's license. I don't have an electrical contractor's license. So if we bring on a contractor and give him equity, well, he holds us by the fucking balls big time.
And how hard is it to get that license?
Well, you would have to have somebody. I mean, it would take a couple of years for both trades for the time, because a contractor has to sign off on your time. Yep. So I could be an apprentice, which is exactly what I would do. If we brought on an electrical contractor, I would get my apprenticeship license and have him sign off on my time, so that way I could take the test immediately.
Yeah,
but
that's not. That's probably a good thing though. Makes it hard to enter your market. But what if you acquired an electrical company? Would you then be grandfathered in?
Yeah, you can be grandfathered in, but you're dealing with the same thing. I mean, you gotta get your own shit. Yeah, you gotta get your own shit. But
that's nuts.
To answer your question, in 5 to 10 years, I mean, in a 5-year term, I mean, I see this company, doing 30 million in top line revenue. 10-year term, I'm really hoping to be close to $100 million in top line.
What's your plan to get to 30 million top line? So you did a million some change last year. In 5 years, looking to 30x that, give or take. What are you going to do to get there?
A lot of fucking work. A lot of fucking work. I mean, probably. Not probably. We're definitely going to have to expand into other markets, which is fine, because the company that I was telling you about, the biggest property management company that's our client now, they own property management companies in Oklahoma City and Kansas City, Northwest Arkansas, and they've given us full permission to ride their coattails, essentially. So anytime we want to go into a market, we immediately have a big customer.
Sweet, awesome.
Which is
I really
great.
like the Northwest Arkansas market. I've been
that market's fire. Yeah,
it's a fucking great market, dude.
And it's only 2 hours away from us.
Yeah.
So.
No, I know there's money there too, and that's where the Walmart headquarters is. I know a lot of people are investing into that area. That's a fucking sweet market to get in.
It is.
And I always tell people, the best markets are there's a lot of white collar people that live there, but they need blue collar people to fix their shit. Those are the best markets. Where I did my garbage company, everyone commuted in New York City. None of these guys want to remove garbage. Or they want to do any of that shit, They just want to fucking work, come home, none of that. And those are the markets that are ripe for money,
For sure.
First, a blue collar market where everyone's blue collar, Dallas, Texas. Fuck, dude.
Even Tulsa, dude. Tulsa's pretty blue collar.
Those are the worst markets to play in. For sure. I hate them. Now, Tulsa's pretty good though, from at least an SEO perspective. They might be blue collar, but not most blue collar dudes are putting a whole fucking AC in.
Right. That's exactly. Yeah.
And that's
we're in a very particular skill, which is great.
Yeah. No, awesome. And then what would your next step be to get to 30 million? Will you be adding the electrical component to that, or strictly HVAC, you want to get to 30 million, to 100 million?
I think strictly HVAC, honestly. I think, there's a lot of people can get the syndrome where you think everything's better on the other side. And dude, HVAC is fucking literally one of the best. There's a reason I'm in this. It's one of the best trades.
No, I love the HVAC trade. I'm sure you've seen me talk about it. And like, it's the best for sure. Great margins.
It is.
And then like everyone's going to school for it. Do you hire people out of that school that you trained at? Like, do you have a funnel through there yet?
Yeah. No, I still have really good relationships with my instructors there. So actually, I went down there on graduation day in 2025 and hired a kid on the spot.
Yeah,
and he's doing
sick,
fucking
bro.
great.
That's sick. That's like easy pickings, dude.
I know, dude.
Crazy. There's a whole nother. My boy Hector runs like an HVAC trade school business.
Yeah.
Bro, that business probably like you can probably make that print, especially in a place like that. Like there's
that his model. I love it, and I hope he's killing it. And and if he's not, he will be.
He's a really good friend of mine. He's doing
that's
well.
Awesome. Good.
And I've seen him blow it up. That's a great model, because we need more of that. Like you grew up a lot of blue collar guys. I grew up in New York. No one was blue collar, dude. Like it was actually looked down upon. Like it was actually looked down upon, that stuff. I remember when I was getting in the garbage space, like it was like, you're gonna haul garbage, blah blah blah. It's like no fucking idea. But like one of my friends is an electrician actually, and he just got full journeyman. Like he was apprentice at 18 years old, and he's doing way better than most people I know that went to college, took out debt, like your typical story,
Right.
And that's just like those HVAC trade schools are so needed up in the Northeast. Where you are, it's different. But no.
Well, dude, even like anybody that's younger that might not be like started off in life that's listening to this, I know a lot of my friends that I went to HVAC school with. And their position right now is so cush. They're working for a smaller company. The owner's about to retire, and they're gonna fucking buy that company.
Yeah.
Like, and they're already doing really well. They're making $35-$40 an hour in Oklahoma, which is great.
Yeah.
Plus overtime, plus all the benefits, all that shit. And and then they're gonna get an equity position in the company. So
it's a no-brainer. No,
it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. And like I see that more and more. Like I'm happy with my path. I went to college. Like I met my business partner there, blah, blah, blah. But if I didn't meet him there and do that, I'd probably be miserable right now. Like I'd be working for some marketing agency, just like pounding the phones, miserable every day. Like,
exactly, dude.
Yeah. I'm not a desk person. So that's just what the world is.
Yep.
That's why I'm lucky with his agency. But all
yeah.
right, perfect. And what's your experience been like with Stryker Digital? Like since working with us, what has your experience been like? Have you seen us help your business?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, honestly, I couldn't say enough good things. When I first came to you, actually, when we very first talked, I ended up hiring somebody else just because they were running our website at the time. Yep. And it was almost like the easy button for me to push because I don't know shit about SEO. It's like over my head. I told you this, like, I think it's most of it's a scam industry, and honestly, probably is.
No, it is.
Because everybody can say all this shit and then confuse you, and then you're like, oh, they know what they're talking about. But no, ever since I talked with you, like I have a pretty good bullshit meter. Like I knew what you were talking about. And yeah, dude, I mean, your team's great. Like my direct contact there, obviously I'd have direct contact with you because we're boys, but my direct contact with your team is awesome. They keep me updated. They tell me exactly when they post pages, they post links to it, all that good stuff. And yeah, our leads are really picking up. And not only that, but our rating is just really picking up. And
Sweet.
And we came up with a plan, with the SEO thing, me and your team in particular is what I'm talking about. But, I don't really care about getting leads from SEO right now. It's the winter, it's slow time, is what it is. But come the summertime and we're ranked right now, we're going to have a massive summer. So
yeah, no, you should easily hit like 3 million this year, 4 million.
Oh, definitely.
Especially from the SEO. Because we are ripping. So it's a beautiful freaking thing.
Right.
And like, what would your best advice be for someone, like you said, at 17 to 18, you had issues, blah, blah, blah. You obviously came back from that. Like, what would your best advice be for an 18-year-old right now who was in that same position you were in?
The same position that I was in, man, I would just say like, at a certain point, and I don't know, you could call it God, you could call it luck, you could call it a few different things. For me, you just have to realize like you're playing a game that you're never going to fucking win. So you need to at least the games that I was playing. I was never going to win. And so you have to come to a realization of like, you know, you really only get one shot at this life. I understand like wanting to live in the moment and all that stuff. But the good thing is like when you're in business and you make a lot of money, you actually have a lot more of those opportunities to have like real fun, real connections, all that good stuff. And so, you just need to you need to be real with yourself of where you are in your life. You know, one thing that I did when I was broke, which I think is an interesting thing that a lot of people don't talk about, but you know, when you were broke and you were scared to look at your bank account, I'm sure everyone can relate with that. I checked my fucking bank account every morning, and it was almost like the wrong way to start yourself off in panic mode. But for me, this is my reality. Yeah. Like this is what I'm starting.
It's only up from here.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, and so I did something similar.
Yeah. Just coming up with little things like that. And dude, honestly, find somebody in your market. And it doesn't matter if it's trades, it doesn't matter if it's real estate. Find somebody that's killing it and beg to work for them and to learn from them. Because if I could do it over, that's probably what I would do. Because there's a lot of hard shit that I went through that I probably didn't have to go through. Yeah. Obviously, I wouldn't change anything now. But there's an easier route here if you want to ride someone else's coattails for a bit, make some good money, and then jump off on your own.
Yeah, I mean the best part of that deal, what you just said, is like the mistakes you made is always great to pass off to the next person. You know,
exactly.
Like the next young dude, whoever it is. Like I'm a big believer of that too. I made a fuck ton of mistakes myself, like lost a ton of money, you know, but like, yep. I will always teach someone else against my own mistakes to make them better, because like it'll only make you better, you know, as a person.
Exactly.
That's the most important part. And okay, no, that's awesome. Thank you for coming on. Where can people find you on social media and your business name?
Yeah, anywhere on social media, Logan Haskett with 2 T's. And then my business name is Summit Heat and Air. Look us up on any socials. Give us a follow. Post some good content.
Awesome. Thank you for coming on, and I'll give you some good backlinks from these podcasts.
Hell yeah, let's go.